What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. It's me, your host, Tyrone Cross. And I'm the one responsible for running the biggest channel on YouTube. And it's my job to make sure it doesn't stay there. And I've been successful so far. So far, I've been able to keep it under 1,000 subscribers for almost 2 years straight. So I've been doing my job. Take that, Let's View It. You'll never get to the top while I'm here. While I'm at the steering wheel, while I'm the captain. But while I'm the captain, let me keep steering the ship to Caitlin Clark Island, because that's where all her new fans live. And right now, they're all pissed off. Why? Because Caitlin Clark didn't make the Olympic team. But what they don't get, and will never get, is they are the reason why. They are ruining Caitlin Clark's career. They're ruining it. They think popularity overrides everything. Now you got the fans that are pissed, you got the explanation from the WNBA, and then you got me, who's gonna tell you the truth of why Caitlin Clark didn't make the Olympic team. And it's possible, if this reason doesn't go away or change, she might never make the Olympic team. Now first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the disgruntled fans' responses to Caitlin Clark not being on the Olympic team. And then I'm gonna tell you why she's not on the Olympic team. And it's quite ironic. So you already know. Let's view it. Now this first video clip is from the Black and White Sports YouTube channel. This guy literally makes a video about Caitlin Clark and how everybody hates her and is jealous of her, and how she's moving the needle like every 2 hours. I'm not even joking. And he literally knows nothing about the WNBA.
The other massive topic we're going to talk about, and we're going to get to reaction from this, is if I am NBC today, they own Peacock, they have USA Network, and they will be broadcasting the Paris Olympics. Caitlin Clark is not on the Team USA roster. And sports fans, basketball fans, fans of America, they're furious today. And if I own those networks, I am livid. I am burning down houses, metaphorically speaking, today. I'm furious that the number one draw currently in basketball, let's be honest, Caitlin Clark, is not on that Team USA roster. And Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner are on there. Diana Taurasi is a dinosaur, and Brittany Griner has played one game this season, and it was last night. She has been injured all season. We'll get to reaction from that, too, because fans are dragging the Olympics to hell, and I've got a theory, so I'll show it to you. First player in WNBA history with 200 points and 75 assists to a player's first 12 games. And that may not even be the most impressive statistic from last night. This may be. And we talked about the attendance. It was the most attended WNBA game in 17 years. Listen to this. It's the first ever $1 million plus gate for the Washington Mystics.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, none of those channels or stations are pissed. And I'll tell you why after this. Second of all, check out the viewers. The fans that he says are mad are the new CC fans, not just WNBA fans. WNBA fans know why Caitlin Clark ain't there. They know a few reasons why. Third of all, check out Caitlin Clark's popularity. How is she not on the roster? Another clip, different video, same guy.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the fallout, and I do mean nuclear fallout around Caitlin Clark not making Team USA, the U.S. women's basketball team. There is not a world that exists in which I believe if you are trying to make people more interested in the WNBA and in women's basketball, there's not a world where Caitlin Clark does not need to be on this U.S. women's national squad. And there are a ton of fans right now of women's basketball, not just of Caitlin Clark, but of women's basketball that are like, this is a total loss. This is a tragic loss. defenders of this are bringing up Chelsea Gray. Who? I mean, that's how your new viewers feel about leaving Caitlin Clark off. It could not have been timed worse. You leave her off. The news comes out 2 hours after she goes for 38, 6, and 4 in her third win in the WNBA. Holy crap. The internet, social media has went nuclear over this. And in my video prior, I brought up, and I think we need to make sure we remember this as we talk about this topic, because I got a feeling it's going to last a couple of days. A lot of people are saying to hell with it. I'm not even watching. I'm not going to watch. Look, you got to remember, the Minnesota Lynx coach, Cheryl Reeve, is the head coach of the U.S. women's basketball squad. All right, she's a member of the Alphabet community. And she was the one that released a social media post bitching about Caitlin Clark's push by the WNBA. They were hyping up her debut and her starting and this and that and the other. And the Minnesota Lynx coach literally had the nerve to come out and say, well, there's other teams in the league, and we're bigger than just one team and one player. Look, that's some hater bullshit, and everybody knows it. So,
we're bigger than one team and one player. We're a whole league. Well, that's just some hater bullshit. These fans are delusional. And again, after these clips, I'm going to explain to you what's really going on. And it's completely ironic. It's completely ironic. And notice how they always generalize the fans and people. People are going to stop watching. The fans are going to stop watching. The fans are upset. No, it's just a large majority of the new CC fans. We're talking about a particular group of people. The new CC fans are the LGBTQ group of the WNBA. If that makes sense, considering, a lot of them are LGBTQ, but you get what I'm saying.
In an effort to make sure that nobody cares about women's basketball in the Olympics, Team USA has left Caitlin Clark off the roster. Reports are there were some veterans that were worried about how it would look if she didn't get a lot of playing time because she's not as good as other NBA players. And they're right, Caitlin Clark wouldn't get a ton of minutes on an absolutely stacked USA basketball team. But not bringing her, to have her on the bench, to have her in support, to bring all of those fans to you is just ludicrous. It's a dumb decision by the higher-ups. Just put her on the roster, watch what happens, let the game grow. Garbage Time Sports, follow me.
Just notice the running theme. Bringing the fans to the sport. Making the sport popular. None of it has to do with Caitlin Clark and her playing basketball. It's all about popularity. But there's something that the CC fans just don't get. And I'm going to get into it. Oh, and by the way, the veteran players that he's talking about are not current veteran players. They're veteran players that don't play anymore. Those are the people who oversee who's going to play for the Olympics.
All right, I'm at Saratoga Belmont Day, looking spectacular per usual, shoes, bang. But this is about Caitlin Clark being left off the Olympic team. How dumb are these women? How dumb? I don't know who's making the decision, Women's Olympic Committee, whatever it is. I don't care if you don't think Caitlin Clark, talent-wise, belongs on this team, even though she does put up 37 of 13, like the most points in the history of the league for a rookie. None of it matters. These women, and I love women. I'm a pro-woman guy, women guy. They complain and they cry about equal rights, equal wages, blah, 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 blah. Hey, dummies. For the first time, like in the history of basketball, you have arguably a player who is the most popular player in the world. Like, you could argue right now, Caitlin Clark is the most talked about, discussed, most popular, most puts asses in the seats, single basketball player in the world. You could argue that. Yeah, you could say maybe LeBron, Luka, whatever you want, but you can argue it. And you leave her off the Olympics team, it's not only a showcase for her, it's for the sport and the other WNBA players who are on this team. How dumb, how brain dead, how idiotic do the people running this thing have to be? It was one thing after another with her. How I at the business part of my brain is like, these people, and maybe it's a guy who did, whoever it is, I don't ever want to hear you complain about flying commercial or not getting salaries or this, that. You're too dumb. You're too dumb. You have a cash cow. This can bring the Olympic basketball, women's basketball will be like the number one thing people watch with Caitlin Clark. As it is, I'd rather watch grass grow. I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch dirt just be moved around because Caitlin Clark's not on the team. If she's there, it's appointment TV. You people, whoever did this, honestly, hey, take your brain, put it in a museum, and study it for how dumb you are.
I'd rather watch you stop moving your mouth. As much as you want to call everybody else dumb, the only dumb one is you. And I don't care how much money you have. Again, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's really going on.
This is the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Caitlin Clark has been left off the women's national Olympic team. What the fuck is the Olympic Committee doing? If like NBC or whoever's running the Olympics this year, I don't know who it is. I would be so fucking pissed right now because no one's going to watch this women's team. We got the greatest basketball player in any generation for women's basketball, and we're going to leave her off the team? Who the fuck do they think they are? I'm just going to read off names. I have no fucking clue who 90% of these people are. Kalia Copper? I don't know who she is. Chelsea Gray? No. Aja Wilson? Aja? I don't know. They're putting fucking Diana Taurasi on the team over Caitlin Clark. Nafessa Collier, Jewel Lloyd, never heard of them. Kelsey Plum, never heard of her until she did that thing with Tristan Jazz where she's like, pass the ball, bro. Never heard of her in my life before that. This is the biggest bullshit ever, and this is going to have to change. We got to get her on the Olympic team or no one's watching this shit.
So most of these new CC fans come from a position that they believe you should conform to the ignorant because they're the majority? What kind of ignorant ass shit is that? But now let me get into what's going on and why this is so ironic. This is so ironic because it's the new CC fans that are bitching and moaning about Caitlin Clark not being on the Olympic team. And really, they're the whole reason why. They're the reason why Caitlin Clark is not on the Olympic team. They are ruining her career. They are ruining it. And again, it's ironic because they're the majority of her supporters. But unfortunately, they're not supporting her for the right reasons. So it's having a negative effect on her and her career and the way she feels and even her making the Olympic team. But really, I don't think she should have made the Olympic team. She's not ready. Arike Umbawali didn't make it, and she's a bigger snub than Caitlin Clark. But you guys do realize hardly any of these new CC fans are saying, why is she not on the Olympics? She's the best player we have. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, why is she not on the Olympics? She will make the Olympic women basketball game even more popular. She will bring more popularity. You want this popular? What, you don't want people watching? We're not going to watch if she's not on there. We need the eyes she brings. How are you not going to put the most popular player in the world on the Olympic team? Because it's not about popularity. It's about good popularity. And that's what the CC fans don't get. They think just because we make her popular, that means we can act any way we want. We should be accepted anywhere we go. Look, you guys suck. You guys are ignorant, you're a nuisance, and you're ruining the game. You're ruining the WNBA in America. You're ruining it for Caitlin Clark herself. You can see it on her face. She's tried to tell you guys in many ways, but y'all refuse to grow up and just watch basketball. Just critique basketball. You want to spread hate. You want to spread rumors. You want to talk down all the other WNBA players, mainly targeting the black women. You guys are a complete problem and nobody likes you besides your own group. And you really think that the WNBA and America was going to be like, you know what? Let's take this big ass problem and put it on the national stage. That's what we should do. That will be a great idea. We can take 1,000,000 trillion billion ignorant people and disperse them everywhere. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? I can hear it now.
All the other countries' women players are jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's white and straight. Oh, that Australian player just fouled her hard because she hates her. I wouldn't even be watching women's Olympic basketball if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. This American team is nothing without Caitlin Clark.
Could you imagine all the drama and the hate that would be in the Olympics for the women basketball team? All the non-basketball talk we would have about the Olympic women team. But now it's not only the WNBA, It's the whole nation of basketball for females. The whole world is exposed to this ignorance and nonsense. It would be completely embarrassing, completely shameful, and then we have to actually say that represents America? Have y'all lost your mind? Understand who you are and what you're doing and what you bring to the table. Look, the WNBA came out and made a statement saying that the reason why they didn't put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team was because she wasn't going to get a lot of minutes with that deep roster, right? And they said with her huge following and her fans, when they see her not playing so many minutes, they're going to get upset. Now that's 100% true. 100% true. But really, they were just picking the lesser evil to say and hoping that the new CC fans will be like,
oh, she ain't gonna play that much anyways? You're right. I don't care then.
But of course, that's not what's gonna happen. They're just gonna sit there and say,
are you stupid? That's the worst choice in the world. Now who's gonna watch? I'm not gonna watch, so nobody's gonna watch.
Again, they run to the defense of, what about the popularity? And like I said, popularity doesn't override everything when it's negative. Here's an example. If you're a rapper or a musician of some sort and your crowd is known to be rowdy or ruin the venues or cause violence, well, guess what? That venue won't let you come. It doesn't matter if you're gonna fill it, you're gonna destroy it. Your fans are negative. They had to stop Raiders versus 49ers when the Raiders were in Oakland, you know, the Battle of the Bay, because the fans got too rowdy, they got too violent, and bad things would happen. So they're like, let's not do that matchup anymore. Yes, it was popular, obviously, but it was negative. Well, guess what? You guys are negative. The new CC fans are looked at as a nuisance, and they don't get it. They think they can just sit there and go, there's millions of us, we're the reason why CC's popular, so you just have to accept us. But we don't. We don't like you guys. You guys are destroying Caitlin Clark's career, try to say that 3 times fast, and you don't even care. I feel bad for her. I think she wants nothing to do with you guys. She would rather lose this popularity right now just to be able to focus on basketball and not have hate spread in her name. But that's why she's not going to the Olympics. It's all your guys' fault. And it might be your fault the next time the Olympics come, because it doesn't seem like you guys learn anything or have any insight of yourself. But now that you know Caitlin Clark was left off the Olympic roster and it pissed off all the fans, but ironically it's their fault, all I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think the Caitlin Clark fans will ever get it? Or do you think they're just gonna slowly drag down Caitlin Clark till she can never rise again? Or do you think they'll ever be able to shut the fuck up and just watch the game? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hitchhiker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.